One of America's largest, most controversial topic is gun control. Should we increase it? Should we cut guns out of America completely? Should we allow more people to own guns to protect themselves? There are endless questions and arguments for and against this topic. I'm going to enlighten you on some facts that will hopefully open your mind about reducing gun control. In October of 2007, Amanda Collins was walking to her car after class. Before she could reach her car, a man jumped out and tackled her to the ground. He held a gun to her temple and told her not to say a word. The man then raped her in the parking garage, not 100 feet from where security parked their cars. Amanda had a concealed handgun license that allowed her to carry a handgun. But unfortunately, the college did not allow any guns on campus. Amanda could have prevented this attack from happening if she would have been allowed to carry her gun. About a month later, it was discovered that another girl was raped and murdered, and the DNA matched that of Amanda Collins' attacker and a third rape victim. So, what's our problem here? Many people would say we don't restrict guns enough, and that the criminal wouldn't have had a gun if we restricted them more. This is not true. Our problem is too much gun control, with an unrealistic idea that controlling guns will prevent crime. 74% of all felons say that they avoid burglarizing a home where people are there because they're afraid of getting shot. Might I point out the fact that this is only felons that admitted to this fear. So it only makes sense that Amanda Collins' attacker chose this campus because he knew they prohibited guns. So what do we do to stop this? Being informed about guns and crime is a good first step. Earlier, I mentioned a concealed handgun license, also known as a CHL. This is issued to give civilians the ability to carry a handgun, as long as it's concealed. To get this license, you have to go through a safety course and pass a written and shooting exam. Many people don't like this idea because they think it makes it easier for criminals to get guns, and that people are more likely to commit a crime if they own a gun. The Texas Department of Public Safety has filed annual records of convicted CHL holders from the year 1996 to 2011. The total number of convictions of murder and manslaughter by CHL holders has totaled to only 30 over the entire 16 years they compiled these numbers. To give you a better picture, this is 0.7 convictions for every 100,000 CHL holders per year. So that proves that it doesn't make it easier for criminals to get guns, and it doesn't make it more likely for people to commit a crime if they have a gun. And actually, 2.5 million crimes are prevented with the use of a firearm. And most of the time, this is done without the gun being fired or blood being shed. So now you might be wondering how gun control doesn't help. 39% of all convicted felons buy their guns from illegal gun dealers. So making the guns illegal doesn't help. Let's think of it like the Prohibition. They decided if we make alcohol illegal, people won't drink it. We obviously saw that that was a flawed idea, and as is this gun control idea. It will not stop people from committing crimes. Controlling guns isn't going to stop crime. I like to use this analogy by a public speaker, Bill Whittle. He says there's two types of people in this world: prey and predator. Nobody watches a lion chase down a gazelle and deny that the gazelle has a right to use his hooves and horns to protect themselves. There are people all across this country who would deny that same right to other human beings. That's like saying if we cut off the horns of the gazelle and make it easier for the lion will just go away. That's insane. I'm going to introduce some facts from gunfacts.com. Brazil is a country that has strict gun laws. They are at a rate of 59% burglaries committed with a gun. In contrast, the US, with more lenient gun control laws, is at a low 13%. And actually, 90% of every crime committed in the United States is done without the use of a firearm. So let's stop this ill-fated idea that controlling guns will prevent crime. Learn about guns and crime, and you too will realize that controlling guns and preventing crime are not connected, and it's a silly notion to think it is. After all, guns do not commit crimes, and it's proven that they do prevent them.